Hi everybody, this is Donnie Vaughn of the Marketing Twins. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to update the BCC This Week page. Now you may have seen in another tutorial of how to update pages and so forth, and this is going to be very similar, but I just wanted to be specific about this because I know this is something that you update every week. So you can see here we get to the BCC this week. There's several different options to get to that on the home page. There's a button there. And it just brings up the page that is your events and so forth. So here's how we do this. Go to your dashboard, find the page, and the page in this is a little unique because, and I'm going to show you, on this page sometimes there's a page title. In this case we replace that with just this icon here, this image that says BCC This Week. We wanted to tie it together since this was already here, and so it just made sense. So we thought that we'd put that in there. So by doing so, we wanted to remove the titles there, so it was kind of a blank. It's the BCC This Week page, but it just doesn't have a title on it. So when you go to a page, normally you see the titles on here: your contact page, the children's page, the blog, baptism page, etc. But you'll never find a listing for the BCC This Week. The reason is because there is no title. So what happens is the no title pages always come up here to the top. And the way I look at it is if you hover over these, you'll see these edit, quick edit, trash, and view. If you hover over the word view, that gives you some idea. And I'm going to see if I can move my thing around. There we go. When I hover over, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try to adjust my screen here to see if I can capture this. Okay, now you see down here in this lower left-hand corner, when I hover over the no title for this one, you'll see that the page is the BCC This Week. This other one is the no title. When I hover over view, it goes to a contact success page. But the one we're interested in is this one right here. So you'll never see the word BCC This Week. You don't want to assume that it's always going to be the second one because there might be other no title pages that we put in a little bit later. So always just make sure, just click over the view and you'll see that it says BCC This Week. Again, I'm looking kind of down here. Now I see the BCC This Week. So I know I'm in the right spot. So now I don't want to click view. I'm just hovering over that to show the URL that pops up. I want to either click edit or I can click the words no title, either way. So I click edit. And that brings me to this page. Now, what I've been provided is a Word document. And so what I would suggest is maybe in the future, Word documents like this, that we don't necessarily have to have all this formatting on here unless this is used somewhere else. If it's used somewhere else, that's fine. We don't want to change what your format is, but I think this had some kind of, so it would be easier if this stuff was not in here like this, but it is on this document. So really all I'm doing is just updating the page. Now I can do a couple different things. Number one, the Sundays that are listed here, you can see that it's got Bible class and so forth. Now in this particular instance, as I'm doing this tutorial, the most recent service you had was Easter, so that one's unique and different. But most of the time when you come to update your BCC This Week page every week, this is going to be very similar because you're pretty much always going to have Bible class and you're going to have evening worship, or you may not always have life groups, but you're going to have some of this stuff on here. And so there won't be much you have to change on those every week, but in this case you may have to do that. And then of course you've got different things throughout the week. And you would just simply change these. Now, what I have found is just easier. Just a lot of times it's just backspacing, and typing whatever I want to type there. If you've got a new page, if you come to it to start a new line and you get the bullet point, just push it again. Type what you want. You want to underline and bold. That makes the new date, and then from there you'll push the bullet point here. And you're off and running, and you make your change from there. So it's not too hard. You just got to make the changes that are from the Word document onto this page. Hope that helps.